ultimately, you have to have a boundary when it comes to, if your job now opens you up to a level of abuse that just doesn't make sense, why would you just continue persisting in that space? If you keep going to a bar and every time you go in that bar they're abusing you, you don't go back to the bar.
No.
So, and it's like, I've been to the bar, I had a great time for 12 years, but now it's time to explore and move on. And I'm lucky, I'm privileged that I'm multifaceted in what I do. I have a media career, I work in investment, I work in other areas. So that's global. There's a global purview. I've lived in America, I've lived in Italy. So for me, I don't want to feel confined to the UK just because I have a point to prove to certain people. I don't have a point to prove. I've got nothing to prove at this point. I just want to enjoy my life, enjoy new opportunities, pastures new. That's the headspace I'm at.
You spoke of abuse. Was that metaphorical, or did you really
that's literal.
suffer abuse?
Yeah. I mean, there's, I'm a lawyer, right? So we've had to go legal on some people. I had a high profile
of course.
case.
You do the former Manchester, what's his name?
Joey Barton.
Joey Barton,
Yeah,
£300,000, over £300,000.
Yeah.
Has he paid, by the way?
He's had to pay. He's had to pay. Yes.
I think the first installment was 100.
The first two installments.
He's paid the first two
Yes.
installments.
But he's currently in prison. So
Yeah, I know.
that's been.
That's wild. I think it was
complicated.
assaulting someone on the golf course.
Yes.
For the sake of our viewers, what kind of abuse did you suffer?
I mean, it was harassment, really. I mean, he was attacking my professional identity, saying that I'm only on TV because I'm black. DEI, and she's literally only there because she's black, which is an attack on everything that I've ever achieved in my career. He started attacking my family. He started attacking my father. He said he used a Nigerian group that were all corrupt. He started, trying to identify where I lived. It was bad. It was really bad, to the point where police had to get involved because I was scared for my safety. Obviously, racist undertones. We go back to the name. He started writing my name in a very deliberate way that was very kind of mocking. He put like multiple K's and O's and, all those things are just, and when you have an audience of 3 million people following you, that just gets amplified and people think it's okay, So I think for me, I'm always the person that says, okay, if we accept this and this becomes norm, we're done, right? If it's this bad and this is okay, so I'm always the person that's like, what are we going to do to change this? What are we going to do to deal with this? And so I said, well, we gotta report him to the police and I'll sue him. And when you sue somebody and it becomes a high-profile matter, people then see the consequence of that behavior, and then they know, okay, I can't really say that. So that was really my intention. My agenda was to draw a line and say,
to make an example
it's okay if you don't think I'm a good pundit. I don't care. It's okay if you don't agree with my opinion. But you cannot use that as an excuse to now abuse somebody and be racist and say, people don't know the difference. They literally don't know. They think they have a right.
Yeah. You don't know the difference between abuse and racism.
They don't know well, I think they do know the difference, but I think they use it